All right, what's going on, everybody? Steven here with Wilson Mining. Today, I'm just going to be taking you through what you should be looking for when you're trying to pick a power provider for your Bitcoin mining facility. I'm going to walk through a couple of power bills here and just show you some of the red flags that you want to be looking for and run away from, and then a couple of good examples of power providers that would be super good options. Right. So I'm just going to jump right in here. This is just an example bill that I found off the internet. The big glaring red flags here, guys, are going to be all of these lines right here, right? So you've got all these extra charges, these transmission demand charges, these distribution energy charges, more transmission energy charges, renewable energy, energy conservation. Like, what is all of this stuff, right? It's not supposed to make a whole lot of sense. And you can certainly try to call and talk to a customer service rep or an account manager at your power provider, but I highly doubt that they're going to be able to explain any of this stuff to you anyways. And this just really it's just going to make it really difficult to get a pretty clear, like, what's my all-in rate here that I'm going to be paying month after month, right? We're not in a position right now, guys, where we can be, super loosey goosey with our power rates right now. Like, we have to know what we're going to be paying every single month. And this is just going to be super difficult to figure it out every month. These charges can change. From what I understand with these transmission charges, like, usually that means that the energy provider is using somebody else's lines to actually get the energy to you. So now you've got another middleman in the middle here taking a cut for a profit of the energy. And look, you're just not going to get a really good rate when you see all of these charges and tariffs and fees and everything like this. So if your power bill looks like this, or if you're looking and talking to different energy companies about setting up your facility there, you're going to want to ask them for an example bill and just get a clear example of like what the bills are going to look like. And if you see something like this, just run away. We don't want to be doing business with these guys. It's going to be super difficult, and it's probably not going to work for you like it didn't work for us. So the next example I have here is Alliant Energy. Now, this was actually the provider that we ended up moving away from. And, we can see the same story here, guys. We've got all these different transmission services, some energy efficient program charges, and all of this stuff right here. None of it makes any sense. You're not going to know what your all-in rate is, and you're going to want to run away, right? So let me show you one more example here. This is just another one I pulled off the internet. I know this picture isn't very good, but look, you guys see the basic premise here. All of these charges, none of this is good, right? This is too confusing to understand what your actual all-in rate is going to be. And look, this is not somebody we're going to want to do business with, right? The other thing when you're looking for a power provider is, when we were working with Alliant Energy, they're a huge publicly traded company. Our, little $50,000 a month bill that we were potentially going to be paying them every month basically means nothing to them. We're not going to be able to get to anybody important spending that kind of money when they're a multi-billion-dollar company that's publicly traded. So we're just basically another number to them, and it's very difficult for somebody like that's small and isn't a huge mega operation to get any actual real service for somebody who can help you and actually give you clearance on the rate that you're going to be paying or even negotiate. So from there, let's get into kind of some of the good power bills. So this is the first one here. And this is actually the power provider that we ended up moving to and going with. They're a small co-op. So what that means is the members or the people that use their lines are the owners of the utility. So it's not a publicly traded company. It's very small. We get to work directly with the CEO of the company. We just shoot him emails, and he works with us directly. It's really nice to be working, with somebody, basically the man in charge who can move the needle and help you with your project, right? So these are providers that you're going to want to look for. They're small, they're in very rural areas, most likely don't have a multi-billion-dollar business. And so, 40, 50 $60,000, $100,000 a month, depending how big you're planning on going. Like, that's a significant portion of their revenue, and they're going to be very, very motivated to help you and get you up and running. So going back to the bill here, we can see, look, just a couple lines. You've got your facility charge, which is just the set amount that you pay every month to be a member. You've got your energy charge, your rate times your kilowatt hours. And then boom, we throw on our two taxes here in Iowa. And then we get straight to the bottom here. This is super easy. Like, anyone can understand this. I know exactly what my all-in rate is going to be. There's no confusion at the end of every month on how much I'm going to be paying and the rate that I'm going to be paying, right? So you see stuff like this. These are companies, these are businesses that you're going to want to work with, all right? Let me show you one more here. This is another one I just pulled off the internet. Once again, we can see right here that there's just a couple of lines. This is very easy to understand. I know exactly what I'm going to be paying month after month, right? So anyways, that's just a quick little video just to give you guys a quick little rundown on kind of what you want to be looking for. Kind of the rule that me and Eric made up was, the more lines that you see on your power bill, the faster you're going to want to run away from them. And the fewer lines that you see, that's a really good sign on somebody you're going to want to do business with. So anyways, if you guys made it to the end here, just make sure, like, comment, subscribe. And we got a ton of cool content coming out. We're working on building our hosting facility in North Central Iowa, and we're scheduled to be done within, I would say, about 2 to 3 months, depending on, how fast we can get our container from upstream and get all of the infrastructure built out at our location. But it's going to be super cool. We're going to be filming all of it and posting it here on YouTube, so you're definitely not going to want to miss out. And from there, we will be signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.